So we lost them. I think these lost these bed days as well.
What do I say about lambs? Oh.
Can you message us to see whether you can hear tally, please?
Pet lambs here.
Oh, so we have got, I think there's about 7 pet lambs here. So some of them will be triplets, and their mums won't have had enough milk for them. And I think that's probably the most common cause for having pet lambs in here at the moment. But if we get a ewe that's got too much milk, we can try and twin one on, and it'll get a new mum, which is good.
So we've also got another little
Yes, we've
special.
also got another little special surprise for you. So if we go around that way.
Yeah, we've got 15 people on.
Yeah, but they can't see you.
Can you message us? Can you hear anything? Hello? Angus, can you... I've got 23 people. Hi, Massachusetts. We can see. Can you message? Hi from Cape Cod. This is, we need to talk because I don't think they can hear me.
Hello to So this is a chick, and they were just a day old. It's a Scotch Stumpy, so they're Angus's chickens, and he's had them for about 2 to 3 years now. So these ones will be homebred. We won't know if they're a girl or a boy until they're quite a few weeks old. Hello to Dumfries and Galloway. So this is a cuckoo hen. So Scotch Stumpies can be either black, and they've got quite a glossy colour, or they can be the colour of that one, like black and white cuckoo. So the Scotch Stumpy breed's been around for quite a long time. There is some debate as to how long, so maybe 700 years or 2 centuries. Yeah. But they think they're around in the Pictish times, and that the Picts had them, and when the Romans came, they could hear the roar from the chickens, because the Scotch Stumpies are quite special. They don't just crow, they've also got a little roar, which is really cool. So then the Romans got a fright because they thought that there was lions or guard dogs or something, and then they went back home and left the Picts. So that's the story of the Scotch Stumpies.
Hello, Alabama.
Hello to Alabama. And Dumfries and Galloway.
And we're gonna put this little guy back for his
his
5
friends. They just hatched yesterday, so they're a day old.
Well, maybe make it to the Highland Show next year.
They're quite good. Angus has had some chicks at the Highland Show before, or some chickens anyway, and they did quite well. So,
okay, that's good. Go and see some sheep. So we're going to go in. We're going to say hello with Lamb. Tally will stand there.
Hello, it's Neil here. We're just back into the lambing shed. Lambing pens here anyway. We've had quite a busy time since we were last on this, and some of you were there, I think, on Thursday, The days are all a bit of a blur at the moment, but so I think that's 5 days since we were here, 5 full days just now since we were last here, and in that time we've had 65 ewes lamb out of 120, 126 there is. So half of the ewes have lambed in a 5-day period in the middle of lambing, so that's it's been quite a busy spell. So this is just some of the ewes and lambs that have been born over the last few days, and we're getting them outside pretty quickly now. And we'll have a look at some of these later. And just to the right, if we pan round to the next pen here, that's all the ewes that are left to lamb at the moment. 154 had a pair of lambs last night. I think Dave was round. She was just starting. So what we've got here is they've been outside today, but we brought them in just in case there was something starting to lamb, and you could see them really. So the ewe over in the, can you point to that? With her back up. She's the first time mum, and oh, look at this one here, 8945. That's one. Yeah. She's just, there's a foot showing just behind. So she's been nesting a little bit, and she was, well, came out just now, she was licking at the ground quite hard, so I think she would have just burst the water bag there, and there's a little foot just poking out. So if we're quite quiet, I think she'll work away. Hello, the Crawfords. I hope you're busy lambing as well. All sorts of folks watching this that should be lambing. And the ewe behind her, turning round there just now, having a right big push. She's quite covered with straw. She's just starting as well to lamb. So that's two. If we're just, we just need to give them a bit of space and time, and they might just start. Can you see that? A wee foot just poking out there, and she's about to have another big push. Tally's going to grab a little lamb. How about finding that? Are you going to chat here? I'll pass you this.
Oh, hello. Dad's going to find the lamb now, I think, and we'll show you how he presents it. So this lamb, he's quite an old one. He was a pet lamb, and he's now got a mum. So that's quite good. It's good when they can get another mum. Yeah, pet lamb in the last video.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's quite cool.
He's quite old now, but
yeah.
Just when he was getting born.
Yeah.
You're going to chat through the birth canal thing?
Oh yeah, so when a ewe lambs, the correct position that you want them to be in when they come out the birth canal is like that. So they've got just the nose and the two little feet poking out. And then it should lamb quite easily, and they can often lamb them themselves if they're presented like that. They can also get a bit muddled up when they come out, and they can come out backwards. So they'll have their...
So this
back.
one,
Oh, right.
if this was stuck like that, what would you do?
If this lamb is stuck like this, its head's probably just a bit too big, and it's probably having a bit of squeeze. So you would just pull out its legs, like that, and pull it out and put your hand out around the top of the head to loosen it up a bit so that the...
Okay, right, we've left that here,
Yeah,
just because there's this ewe's pushing out. So it's probably in tight.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay, right up.
Oh.
So what else can happen, Tally, sometimes?
Yeah, so sometimes it can come with just one foot and it'll have the other foot back. That's okay though, because you can often get your hand around the back of it and pull the leg forward like that. And so that's quite alright. That's often a problem that's easily solved. So that's quite good. If it's right back like that, that's quite difficult because trying to feel the leg against the whole of the sheep is a bit of a problem, but you can solve it too. You just bring it forward, so that's fine. Really tricky ones are sometimes when they come backwards, so you've just got the two back legs coming towards you. That's often not a very good thing, but you can still lamb it like that, so you just have to pull it out backwards.
What do we do here if it's like that?
If it's like that, do you not just pull it? Or
Push this bit.
yeah, push the bum and pull the legs.
No.
Yeah? No?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that just
That just stretches it out a bit. Because you want it to, you don't want it all scrunched up at one place. You quite like it a bit longer so it's easier to come out.
good.
Mhm.
Is that okay? So
Yeah.
what's the hardest one?
Oh, when it's just the back coming, I think. Yeah, I've never lambed one that's been like that.
Maybe just a very small lamb and a ewe that's got quite a lot of multiples, maybe three lambs or so.
Mhm.
This. Oh, thank you. This little lamb here, anyway. The ewe. Oh, hello. The ewe that wants this lamb is so she's a Clin. She's a different breed. The others in here are Texels, and this little Clin Gimmer. So it's the first time. She's a first time mum. Our Clin flock are not due to lamb for another probably 10 days now, a week 10 days, and she lambed a couple of days ago. We need to vaccinate all the ewes just 3 weeks before lambing probably, so she's maybe a bit further off lambing than that. But we had the ewes all through the yards to vaccinate them. We don't have a sheepdog here because we try to keep our handling of the sheep very low stress and quietly. But a couple of days after we handled that mob of sheep, this ewe, she lost her lamb unfortunately, and I guess we put that down to some of the just the stress of handling them and moving them around. So I think it's just that was, it's a bit of our fault, and we're sorry about that. But it's just probably a realisation as well that if you are out in the countryside just now, especially just now, and these heavily pregnant ewes don't want to get much stress. However, she was very keen on our little lamb that didn't make it, and we brought her home and just put that lamb in with her, and she's taken to it really well. We kept them in a little pen on their own for a while, but they're now very well bonded together, and she knows which one hers is anyway, and she doesn't want that other one. And the lamb, although he still thinks he would like to come for a bottle of milk sometimes, he certainly doesn't need it. So just to, where's this other lamb? Oh, I'm still connected, Tilly. Just to point the difference between some of the Texels and the Texel ewe here. Hello, this is not you, Lammy. Here's a... Well, we're just trying to keep an eye on what's happening next door as well. And we've got some definite action here. This ewe is so she's a pedigree Texel, and she lambed for the first time last year. Oh, and she's had a lamb, but she hasn't realised it yet. They heard a big grunt and a splash, and there's the lamb out, but she's just not quite picked up on that yet. Might go in and just turn her around. There it is. Yep, there you go. Good lass. So she's expecting twins, so there'll be another one along shortly.
Sorry for missing that.
But yeah, there you go. I hope you caught a wee bit of that. Can you get right in and see it's what she's doing? So she's Ayu's got quite a big. They've got a really useful lick. Ayu's got teeth only on the bottom, and they've got a long, pretty rough tongue that they use for gathering up grass. And the teeth work against this horny pad at the top, so their tongue does a lot of the grazing work. And when they're cleaning up their lamb like this, they can get all that gooey slime cleaned up really quickly. And these Texels are they're a breed that came from Holland originally, but they've been in the UK now for over 50 years, I think.
Mary's asking about Angus. Mary Mander from Sweden. So they. Can you say hi, Mary?
Hi,
Hi.
Mary. Hi, Mary. Angus and his little Jack Russell pup are here. Yes.
They're reading comments.
Reading comments. Yeah.
They've only got bottom teeth, Selena said.
Only bottom teeth at the front, and then they've got really good chewing teeth right further back. So you don't stick your fingers right down a sheep's mouth because these back teeth are quite sharp. But the ones at the front, they've got little teeth for just biting the grass off.
I think we'll be. What time is it, Angus?
Anyway, I started havering about teeth because we were talking about how she's licking up this lamb. Yeah, yeah. Liz only bottom teeth at the front. We can have a look at that probably. Favourite time of year on the farm is definitely right now. I think lambing time is great. It's the start of many new things. We've got some really exciting next generation of lambs coming from new sires, and especially in the clins we've got some new rams that we've used this time. Mostly ones that we've bred, and we're looking forward to seeing lambs from them, and it's the promise in that next generation is great. So she's given up. We were just asking about teeth there. So this ewe, still quite a young ewe, and so the pad at the front here, if I can just open her mouth a little bit, she's got, you can age the sheep from that. She's got 6 teeth here. She's still quite a young ewe, and nice short straight teeth, good for nibbling up the grass. And then round at the back here, she's got molars that are good for chewing. So they use this long rough tongue to gather up the grass. Short teeth are good at nibbling the grass, and quite a small mouth means that they can target the really tasty grass much better than cows. But they're working with a harvester that's this wide, so the sheep can really pick out the good grass. So if you have sheep and cows grazing the same field, the sheep always get a better meal than what the cows do. So that's the main tool of her trade, I guess, was our teeth, and the other things are feet. Oh, girly. So little dark hoofs have to carry their weight because sheep have to graze. They have to keep moving to be grazing, and so a ewe will. She needs her teeth and her feet to keep moving and keep eating and keep her inputs going on. And then our wool probably doesn't have a lot of value these days, but it does quite a bit of just. I think the sheep needs a bit of wool to keep right. This one doesn't probably have a great fleece, but it's got a bit of crimp in it. But the Texel's got a good. It's some of the better quality wool, and the Clin also better quality wool that we have in the UK. It's not as fine as merino or anything. Hosiery, Debbie said.
You shear your sheep once or twice a year?
We shear once a year, and so that's just some of the strand of wool, but it does a good job in keeping them warm.
Is it waterproof too?
Is it waterproof? No, I don't think so. But it does. It does keep the a lot of the water stays on the outside of the fleece, and then they can shake it off. So in that way, it is waterproof. Okay.
Do you ever take a holiday?
Do we ever take a holiday? Yes, we do take holidays, don't we, children? We mostly go to see other sheep. We've been to see sheep in New Zealand, we've been to see sheep in Germany, we've been to see sheep in France, and
Orkney and Shetland.
Orkney, Shetland to see sheep, yes. England, Wales to see sheep.
Great agritourism.
Yeah. There we go.
That's her getting up.
Oh, so lamb's just getting up, and that you had a hold of is she wants the lamb as well. So the second lamb, sometimes she gets on and just pushes the second lamb out. A lot of the times they get a good chance to clean that lamb up, and that's doing a lot of bonding, as long as it bonds with the right mum there. And she might even get that lamb suckled before she pushes the second lamb out. I think we're all in this pen and cornering her up a little bit, but they don't normally like to have a bit more space to themselves. Look, he's trying to suckle. In fact, the way his tail's wagging there, he probably is suckling. So that's real fast on its feet. Oh, that's not suckling.
Is that about us? Any more questions?
So is it? Yeah.
You've still got 8 minutes.
Still, all right, we're all right for time. So we were talking about the difference with the Clin and the Texel before. They're both quite similar sheep in that they're white hair and wooled and.
The other ew's not clean and she's just starting to lamb.
Oh, somebody's asking about this other ewe here. She's just starting to lamb. So that's our we'd say that's our water bag just starting to come away there and starting to get some gel. So that's sort of lubricating our birth canal probably.
Why would the other ewe also be cleaning?
Why is the other? Oh, why is she? She just wants the lamb. She knows she wants the lamb. Our maternal hormones have kicked in, and she wants a. She wants a lamb. That's she would be quite happy to take that lamb just now. You head off down there. Have your own baby. We don't. Yeah, the question of do we sell fleeces for crafts and spinning? We don't generally do that, but we could do. Yeah, I think we can leave them too. There's a that you. Yes, she would pinch that lamb, and that's it's one of the things when we're lambing. It's one of the reasons when we're trying to supervise them indoors here, and just make sure she gets her lambs kept to herself. And outdoors, why we don't want to, we want to keep things as quiet as possible in the fields outdoors, so that, because I upset that sheep catching her, because she had her own little corner and she got a bit muddled and she went into this corner and she got confused a little bit. So same happens outdoors. That's why farmers get grumpy about people going through the lambing fields, because if a ew's got, if she's found her nesting site, she's just kind of decided that's where she's going to lamb.
So we don't have many in a field at a time.
Yeah, we try to kind of not have too many ewes in the same field in the same field, so that there's not a lot of sheep lambing at the same time. And we've sort of realised that there's some fields that there's specific places that everybody wants to lamb in, and that's not a good thing for this. Can you get in to see a rudder and our teats there, just where the lamb's trying to aim for a suckle? She's a nicely uddered dude.
New Jersey.
New Jersey? Who needs a New Jersey?
No, somebody from New Jersey.
Somebody from New Jersey. Oh, right. Okay. Send you some wool to make a New Jersey. So, oops. Sorry. So she's got a lot of milk, this ewe, and you see her teat there just is nicely positioned, and that sort of creamy first milk is colostrum, which is it's full of, it's really important for the lamb to get a good feed of that, because it's full of antibodies that the ewes produced, and so to miss that, I guess our main job around lambing is making sure everybody's got a full belly of colostrum.
How many acres is the farm?
Oh, the farm's 1,200 acres here, of kind of mostly grassland and upland.
How many hectares is that?
That's 500 hectares.
And have you both always loved sheep?
We have all always loved sheep, including the children. We've told them that as they've been growing up. Is that right? So I'm going to pass the mic over to Deb again, and she's going to try to show you a bit of view.
Hi. So we've got a block of land out here, and this view, the sun's just absolutely gorgeous. So that's a new plantation we just planted, 2.5 hectares of hardwoods, and let's see if we can, and we're looking straight across to Ailith Hill, and then Neil and Tally are just about to open the gate and let the ones that have lambed this morning out. And as Neil said, we don't have any dogs. We've just got we just actually have a couple of Jack Russells. So we've got Sky, and we've got Sky's baby, who is 5 months old today, and that's Pip with Angus. So if there's any more questions, we're just about out of time, and tomorrow you're off to Liz and Clive Phillips at Cowden Farms, Aberdeenshire, well, Stonehaven, so that's about an hour north of here, and I'm sure you'll see some wonderful other sheep. Oh yeah, Dave was asking 154 earlier whether she had twins. These are her 2 babies here, so they're just what are they, day and a half old, and that's them just heading out to the field. So from us here, we'd like to thank you very much for joining us today, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the Lambathons, and we'll just say bye from sunny Perthshire.
Bye.
Bye bye.